it's me again, Aisha Yusufu. you know, life. We must make ourselves happy. You understand? Amidst all the things that are happening, sometimes you just need to give your soul something that just how do I put it now? Something that will just be like a buffer, so that you don't get into that hole of depression, that hole of when things are so bad and you're just like despondency and all of that. So definitely you just need to keep yourself happy, find things, find joy, live life to the fullest every day, and just enjoy life. Whatever it is, you have this second, you don't have the next second, so own this second, use it. If be 100% show your emotions. If something happens the next second where you need to cry it out, and just live life to the fullest. Anyway, this is not some motivational talk that I'm doing somehow. I'm actually supposed to do another video that I started talking about this. I think what will happen, I will go ahead with this and continue this, because I think there's so much that is going on in the country right now, and that every day you wake up to this gruesome news, not just the country, the whole world, things unimaginable, kind of horror. It's almost as if we are living in a horror. It's a horror film being acted out. So as much as possible, you need to find time for you. You need to protect yourself. You need to just safeguard that space that it's yours, and just keep yourself sane. Sanity is very important, and please look after your mental health the way you look after your physical health. It's very important. We do exercise, we eat right, we drink lots of water, we do all of those things, but we forget all the things that we also need to do to keep our sanities. Please, as much as possible, try to work on your sanity. Ensure that you have a safe space that is just for you, and if there's anything that is pushing that safe space, please just get yourself out of it, or just get whatever it is, send it out, because it's very important for us to keep ourselves sane. And I must say that, look, a lot of things are going on, and there's one Hausa proverb, every time I hear it, it keeps me going. It says that rikicin duniya da mai rai ake yinta. That's the gbege for life, the kata for this one. A person will get life, now they do it with. When you're 6 feet down, nobody is going to meet you with all the problems in the world. I mean, those people over there are dealing with whatever problem is on that side. So even when you're overwhelmed, even when you come to times whereby you're thinking, oh my goodness, I can't just take this anymore, just know that the reason why you're getting those problems is actually because you're alive. I've gotten to situations whereby things are so bad, things are so terrible, and I'm so done. And I said to myself, oh wow, Aisha, it simply means you're alive. You're in this world. That's why you're experiencing all of these problems. Because if you were not alive, you wouldn't be experiencing this worldly problem. So, hey, that's one good thing. It means you're alive. And if you're healthy on top of it, amazing. In everything in life, we must find what it is that that works for us in a way that we're able to cope. Things can be bad, yes. So, and then another coping mechanism I have is always telling myself that it could be worse. It could be worse. Whatever it is that is happening now, add one thing to it. And so because that thing is not on top of it that could have made it worse, be grateful for where you are and that you didn't cross to that other side. Somehow, I don't know, it might sound silly, but it does work for me. So I don't get phased out when I get to those situations where I'm like, oh my goodness, this is just, and I look at myself like, it could have been worse, So what if it was, so what would you have done? Nothing. So you better be grateful for where you are right now, that it's not really the worst. This is not the video I set out to do. I'm going to still do the other video, but I just started it and I just saw myself laughing, and it just made me, I'm one person who, I don't know, I find joy in little things. I find joy in everything. And that's why I always say to people, you cannot transact out your joy, your happiness, your joy, love for yourself. You have to be the one that will do it for yourself. Nobody else is going to do it for you. You have to find that happiness. You have to find that love. You have to find that joy. I'm the one person who is emotional 100%, and I love it. I can cry. If there's anything that's gonna make me cry, I'll cry my eyes out, and the moment I'm done crying, I'm back to my life. So I don't hold things in. I just leave things. I enjoy the emotion wherever it is, and I go through it, and I'm done with it. And the silliest things can get me crying. Like the other day, my husband said, "You that you can cry for Africa, so one thing you start crying." I'm like, "You're the one saying that I'm always crying." Then I do that a lot, and I'm the kind of person, I find joy in everything. I laugh every day. You see me, sometimes I'm dancing even without the music. I'm going downstairs, I'm doing something, I'm walking, I'm alone. I just feel life should be lived to the fullest. And part of the things is that I am also one person who is able to, most times do, what do I call it, look at things. What is the worst case scenario? What can happen? I do a lot of scenarios. Worst case scenario, the best thing that can happen, and then I prepare for them, and I'm done. So that even if it happens, I know, I know, yes, I'm ready for it. I find that a lot of people, people don't think about these things. People don't think about what is it that can happen, and they just leave this. I'm not that kind of a person. I can think of the worst case scenario. I remember one time when I were like young parents, our kids were still a little young. There was this neighbor of ours. That was a long time ago. I think that should be maybe between 2003 and 2004. I can't remember, such a long time ago. A neighbor of mine died. He died in his sleep. And yeah, so when we went, all throughout the issue of talking, we're always there with the wife, the widow, so staying with her and all of that. And she always like, oh, that she never thought of him dying. And I'm like, are you serious? I said, I always think of that. Even by the time we go, I always think of that. I always think of my husband dying. I always think of what if I die? I always think of my kids dying. I think of the worst case scenario you can ever think about, and then I'm prepared. Okay, these are the things that can be done. This is what I would do. This is what I would do. Okay, this is this. Oh, if I'm the one that died, this is what should be done. This is what. And then it's not that you're wishing for these things to happen. It's not that you're saying that you want these things to, but it's just that you're preparing your mind in case it happens. So when I see people who actually say that they never think about certain things, I'm always like, wow. So anyway, for me, that's one of my coping mechanisms. So I've thought about it, and I've done with it. For example, like in the case of when I see people, oh, please be careful so that they don't kill you. I'm like, I've thought about it. I've thought about the fact that they can kill me, they can arrest me, either assassinate me or arrest me. And then what are the things that are going to happen? And I've put all of those things in place. What if I'm arrested? Blah, 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 blah. This should be. What if I'm assassinated? Blah, 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 blah. This is how it should be. And I've done that, and I've made peace with myself, and I've moved on, and I'm living my life. If it happens, it happens. One experience I would like to share before I end this video and start the real video that I was supposed to do before this topic. For me, I love to talk, so talking is so easy for me. I can literally do videos like there are days that I can do like 10 minutes videos, like 10 or 50 at once like this, and just have them out there. For me, it's something that I do effortlessly. I know it's one of my strength capacity, to just go on and talk, and just have all of these things out there. And so it's very important. It's very important that we do take care of things, and we think through things, and think about the things that we can do, or what we should be doing or not doing, not just to sit down and just expect life to just fall on us, life to happen. People go through life waiting for life to happen. No, yes, we know we're not in control of a lot of things, but you can be in control of a whole lot of other things. And then part of the things that you do is that you just have to think about things through. Think them through. What are the things that you're supposed to do? What are the things that you're not supposed to do? How are you going to do them? What are you going to do? And just have them out there. And it doesn't mean that you're a bad person when you're thinking of the worst things that can happen to you. It just simply means that you're actually taking charge. You're taking control. I'm actually a control freak. I need to know what is it. So because of that, I do a lot of what is it that can happen. Think about all the scenarios and actually get them to be done, and move on with it. And I think it's really, really very important for people to do that. But most importantly, please don't forget your happiness, don't forget your joy, don't forget the fact that you are a human being that needs to be taken care of. Your mental health care and your physical health care, they are very, very important. Your mental well-being, your physical well-being, all of those things are important. Thank you very much, and bye.